It's gonna take more than fancy talk to keep me up all night crawling around these bushes. More fancy talk.
Hey everybody, I'm Bud. Welcome to the Fancy Talk Podcast, episode 14. I want to welcome go ahead. My
We're on
co-host
14.
here.
I was going to say, we're on 14 already? Damn.
Number 14.
Bud's on 14.
Yeah, this is like the 14th on my channel at the minimum. So, how's everybody doing out there tonight? Let me know if you can fucking hear us and see us.
Yeah, can you hear us and see us? That's number one. Well, hold on, my internet connection. Bud, I got a bail. Hold on, Bud, I got a bail.
We might have worked out the kinks. Finally, I see us on
kidding.
there. I just don't know if anybody can hear us.
I think they can hear us. Well, they should be able to hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just...
Well, can you hear me? Because that's really been the issue. I've been the one that they haven't been able to hear. So as long as they can hear me, I think we're good.
I'd rather not see you and be able to hear you.
Because basically what I have to say is important. You know, you guys don't. Whatever you guys, it's whatever.
All right, so we'll the criteria. Wayne Turner's already asking about the list. The criteria for the list, if they were ever a cast member on Saturday Night Live, it counts. So
now I want you to remember what you just said, Bud. But go ahead.
Yeah. So for instance, Anthony Michael Hall was a cast member for one season.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Randy Quaid was on there for a season. So if there's a movie that they star in, it's fair game.
And there's a lot of cross, like I want to say cross, but I mean, there's a lot of movies that multiple people star in. You know what I mean? That when I was making this list, it's like, oh, there are a lot of these people were on Saturday Night Live that are in this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it was a fun list to come up with, because what I did was, I don't know how you guys in the chat did it to make your lists and how you guys did it, but I went to Wikipedia and looked up the complete list of cast members, and some people I was surprised that were on there, but
there's so many different ways we could have done this. I'm sure, like you said, Lester, we all kind of did it or each individual ways. I just made mine when I think of an SNL cast member movie. That's the movies that I chose for my list. Now, there's other movies that might have been on other lists of mine that aren't on this list. It doesn't mean that, at least it doesn't mean that I like the movies on this list more than I like those other movies I mentioned.
So
it's just kind of,
what you're saying is you didn't pay any attention to your previous lists, and you may have fucked up.
I didn't fuck up. I have my own personal criteria.
Yeah, so
Avengers. For how I did this. Yeah.
Wayne is correct. Avengers Endgame would count because Robert Downey Jr. was on it. Yeah.
Wayne, I'm with you, buddy, because I don't have Avengers, but I have a movie that Robert Downey Jr. was in, and I was able to put this movie on the list because Robert Downey Jr. was in.
Me and Nick, we're not going to be. We're not going to be intellectually dishonest and put this on our list like you. So,
excuse me, I have a movie, and this person is a Saturday Night Live cast member, and that is the criteria that you just said.
And they are credited in this movie.
They are.
Okay.
They are credited. I believe he is credited. I believe so. I can turn it on right now. You want me to go to the tape?
No, he is credited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll let the chat decide if it's allowable, but I'm going to fight for it.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the chat. Welcome, Allie. Wayne Turner.
From
Scott
Australia
is in
Wayne
the house.
Turner.
From Australia.
Is Wayne? Is he in Australia? Wayne, what time is it there, buddy?
Yeah. I think
that's dedication.
He said
it's like
1:44 p.m. on Wednesday in Sydney.
Australia. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in the future, man.
Yeah, Wayne. Scott just popped up. Scott just popped up in the chat. What's up, man? We got all our regulars here. We like that. We like that. They're dedicated.
Yeah. All right. So while we wait for some people to pop in, we'll go ahead and talk about some news. We're going to basically make some shit up. Scream 6, we found out the world premiere is on Monday, March the 6th in New York City, which is pretty obvious. The reviews from the press that are going to be able to attend this thing and get early screenings It's going to be March 8th, which is Wednesday, and those reviews will start popping up at midnight Eastern. So
You guys weren't invited to that thing, right? It wasn't just me.
no, no, yeah, we weren't invited. Wayne Turner is right. The Breakfast Club is allowed because Anthony Michael Hall, of course, was in it.
He was also
Halloween Kills is allowed.
I was to say Halloween Kills.
Yeah. So some other news. That's all we have for Scream. We're not gonna waste another minute.
Yeah,
Well, before we get Scream in a couple of weeks, we're getting Creed 3. And I posted about this. We're getting Creed 3 without Sylvester Stallone. Shane Emerson, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, is in the chat. But we're getting Creed 3 without Sylvester Stallone. And a viewer of ours, James Morant, commented and said that he thinks Rocky's story is complete. And after I watched Creed 2 the other day, I was like, you know what? Rocky's story is kind of complete. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just to bring Rocky back again to be a mentor to Adonis it's kind of the same fatigue that you run into with Halloween and Scream. It's like, okay, we need to kind of break away from the same kind of thing that they've been doing and kind of do something different. So it'll be interesting to see if Michael B. Jordan, and I think he can, if he can hold this role and carry this movie without Sylvester Stallone. But it's going to be the first movie in the franchise without Stallone, so that's notable.
I think it'll probably be okay in this.
It'll be good. Michael B. Jordan's he's a star. But you know what's interesting though? Yeah. Sorry, bud. Go ahead.
No, you.
I was just gonna say what's interesting. Just going back to the Rocky stuff. I absolutely agree with what you and James are saying. But it's funny because I would have said the same exact thing after Rocky Balboa. And then they brought him into the Creed movies, and I was like, okay, I like what they're doing here. But what more can you do at this point? We've seen it in every phase of life.
I think that's the point. Dude, you know what? You bring up Rocky Balboa. I watched Rocky Balboa was on last night.
It's good.
Dude, I can't believe how good that movie actually is.
I know. The speech of his son, too.
Yeah, the tone is very similar to the original.
But, dude, the whole movie is really good. Like, I was thinking about it. I'd have to go back. I know I did a Rocky franchise ranking with Creed 1 and Creed 2. I got to see where I put Rocky Balboa, because when I watched it last night, I was like, dude, maybe I'm just because I just watched it, but, dude, I'd rather watch that than Rocky 2. I mean, I'm not the biggest Rocky 2 fan. I think Rocky 2 is painfully slow. No, I'd much rather watch Rocky Balboa. I thought that was. I was watching it last night. I was like, damn, I can't believe how good this one is. So,
it's good.
So yeah, to answer Nick's question, there isn't anything left for the character of Rocky Balboa. Like,
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, and I don't really want to see Rocky die. Like, I don't think I want to see that. I think having Rocky go off into, I think if they end it where they ended it with Creed 2 and left it there, I think it's fine. And we'll see what happens. We're gonna get to see Creed 3.
So
I saw the trailer. It looks pretty good. Go ahead.
Creed 3.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. It does. Sounds like the reviews are going to be very good too. So
we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. Somebody mentioned Cocaine Bear comes out this Friday.
How is that based on a true story?
What is it called? I heard of it. What is this about?
Bear. A bear that does cocaine, literally.
So it's some drug guys are trying to transport some cocaine
and they use a teddy bear or something like that.
Or it's a real. The plane goes down and the bear gets a hold of the cocaine and it's kind of Jaws in the Woods.
Is this a horror movie? I'm really I'm intrigued as hell.
And it's based on a true story.
Oh, I can't wait! I gotta see this now.
Yeah, I know it's insane. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, Shane Emerson mentions Stallone said he posted some stuff on Instagram the other day where some script pages for Rocky 7, where he's like kind of crying over his wife or something.
I think he's at odds with Winkler and Chardoff. I think that's where the drama is. I don't think it has anything to do with Michael B. Jordan. I think it's with Winkler and his son that I think that's where the drama lies. But
Yeah,
you know.
Shane says Cocaine Bear is Ray Liotta's last film, so
Oh, is it really? Wow.
could be a good reason to see it. Yeah,
Shane says him and some buddies are gonna go do cocaine on.
go do
Friday.
cocaine. Yeah,
I'd advise against that, Shane.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Shane also said that he privately that he was happy to be a guest on JBP, and he was happy that his first venture on YouTube was not on Nick Push's horror channel, but it was on JBP.
I bet you he did. Yeah. I bet you he actually did say that. It wouldn't surprise me.
Nah, Shane's a good dude. Shane's a good dude. We had a good time with on Race the Clock.
All right, so I'll probably cut out the most anticipated movies of the summer. We'll see. But I want to talk about a new Superman movie that's coming. Like, I totally missed the boat on this. Apparently, James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy, I think he did one of the Living Dead movies. Was it Dawn of the Dead? Didn't he direct it? No, that was Zack Snyder. I get those fuckers mixed up.
Yeah.
But James Gunn, he did Suicide Squad, so he's apparently writing and directing a new Superman movie. What? What'd I miss?
Yeah, I'm reading the chat. Shane said he was relieved when he went on the Zoom and he didn't see Push.
Yeah.
Most people are.
Well, I can't say that tonight, Shane. I got on there and I was like, damn.
What was it we said the other night? Every Nick Push video looks like he's doing a teleconference with his lawyer from in jail.
Shane jokes around about that, but when Bud saw me go on a Zoom the other day, his eyes were not thrilled.
Yeah.
What were we talking about, Superman?
Yeah, James Gunn, he's in charge of the whole DC universe. He's like going to run the whole thing. And he's doing a Superman where apparently it's going to be set where Superman's in his mid-30s, I guess.
Okay.
And kind of coming to terms with being, kind of a fish out of water. But the controversial thing about it is they're going to recast Superman.
Yeah.
When they had Henry Cavill, who was amazing.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. I might be old school. I might be old school, but Christopher Reeve is fucking Superman, dude. I can't. I mean, I don't know,
Well, that's true, but Henry Cavill did a fucking great job as Superman.
Yeah.
I don't think he was given like a, strong material, but
Man of Steel was pretty good.
Nonetheless, I can look at him.
Yeah,
and
Man of Steel was pretty good.
Superman.
It was all right. Okay.
So, and James Gunn is not going to be involved in the Batman or the Joker too. I guess those are going to be standalones. Brandon Routh was okay. He was doing to me.
He had the look.
He had the look, but he was kind of doing a Christopher Reeve impersonation. I felt like.
And same thing with Batman. Batman is Michael Keaton, man. I can't.
And I have.
I like the other Batman.
Apparently, he is again.
Yeah.
I like the other Batman movies, but Keaton is Batman. I'm Batman.
Yeah, Nick Push, your theme should be Push by Salt and Pepper. Yeah. Reimagining.
Yeah, that was my baseball walk-up song, actually.
Oh my God.
What I didn't like about Superman Returns, Shane, is that it was like a direct sequel, I guess, to Superman 2, and Superman 3 is amazing to me. And
guys, what about Dean Cain? Come on.
No.
Oh.
No. But yeah, that was in the same timeline as Christopher Reeve's movie. That was a little weird. Yeah, it was.
I didn't know that. Weird.
So yeah, we'll see what. I don't even really know who they could cast in this thing, but that's just something I wanted to touch on. All right, really quickly, most anticipated movies of the summer. Nick,
Indiana Jones. That's
it.
I'd have to say that. I'd have to say that Indiana Jones is. I saw the preview for it the other day, and it's funny that when you think about this, these guys are all getting up there, man. Within the next 10 years, these guys are all gonna start dropping off. It's like it's sad. We growing up with those movies, and it's just it's cool to see them. Shane, I heard that Keaton's coming back. I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
Keaton's old too. How old is Michael Keaton?
70 almost.
He's got to be old now. Let me look that up.
I bet you he was probably what 40 in 1989 or something.
Dude,
like
I mean,
that,
he
maybe.
is, he is, he's. Let's see.
That was 30 years ago. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to say myself, Indiana Jones and the new Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Which Mission Impossible is this? Like maybe 8, something like
Seven,
that. 7.
seven. Keaton is 71 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so Keaton and Ben Affleck are both playing Batman in this Flash movie.
I tell you what, talk
Right.
about a hell of a filmography, dude. Keaton's filmography is fucking great.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
He did a movie, I forgot what it's called, with Matthew Modine and I think it was Melanie Griffith, and he and Pacific Heights. That's the name of it. It's a thriller movie, and if you've never seen it, he plays a maniacal freaking dude. It's unbelievable. It's really good. It's called Pacific Heights, I believe. But yeah,
I'll check that out.
All
early
right.
'90s, like
Oh, yeah,
'92.
Scott, we'll see a Fast X in there. I think I'm just over that. I don't know. To me, I just don't think it's the same without Paul Walker. But I don't know. I think this is it the last one, the new one, or are they doing one more?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so let's get our number 10s in, and we'll go ahead and
Yeah,
get started
Scott
on the
says
list.
Pacific Heights was so good. Really good movie.
Yeah.
Really good. And Keaton's great in that movie. So
Mm.
yeah, get your number 10s in the chat. We'll start the list, and so go ahead and get those 10s in. I don't know what order you want to go. I think I started last time, so maybe
Yeah,
have
I'll go first. So
okay, your channel, you go.
my number 10 is going to be the original Vacation. Starred Chevy Chase, who he was on Saturday Night Live in the 70s, wasn't he? So
Yes.
he was on for a couple
Yeah.
of seasons. So yeah, my number 10 is Vacation for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Not gonna hear an argument from me on that. It's a classic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Nick, you go second. We'll let Jake go last.
Sure.
Showed up last.
Hey, he made it.
I did,
He made it.
but I did make it. Yeah.
My number 10 is a underrated movie that not a lot of people know about. It's kind of a raunchy-ish comedy. It's called Dirty Work, starring Norm Macdonald. Yes, Norm Macdonald is actually the starring role in this.
Dirty Work, huh?
Yeah, it's basically Christopher McDonald's the bad guy.
Yeah, I've never seen that. You said that movie earlier today in our text group, and I've never seen it.
And Norm Macdonald was a good one, man.
Yeah. It's a weird movie. It's darker, but it's basically him and Artie Lane, Norm Macdonald and Artie Lane started a revenge for hire business.
Okay.
And Chris Farley's in there. He's got half a nose because a hooker bit it off. It's his last on-screen performance. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, and it's pretty dirty, and it's Norm Macdonald, like I said, stars in it. He doesn't star in anything really except for guest star, but I think it's an underrated movie and deserves more attention, so I want to put it on here. So
No, I'll have to check it out. I've never seen it. Okay,
that's a good one.
Yeah. My number 10 is I don't know what to tell you. It's Halloween 2, 1981. Dana Carvey's in the movie, and I love Halloween 2, 1981. Right, Shane?
But the backside of Dana Carvey is in it.
He's in there twice. First of all, he's in the movie twice. And second of all, he has more screen time in Halloween 2 than Myers does in Halloween Ends. So, okay.
Can we get through one goddamn screen without talking about Halloween Ends or Top Gun Maverick? Jesus Christ.
Well, we will.
It wasn't even on the brain now that you mentioned
when you
it.
watch Top Gun Maverick, we'll stop talking about it. But yeah,
Sorry,
I mean,
continue.
listen. Anytime I can put Halloween 2 or on a list, I am gonna do it. And these guys were poo-pooing my selection earlier today, but I know you guys in the chat are going to agree.
I never poo-pooed
I
it.
think you were with Pusch trying to say I couldn't put it on there, but hey, Dana Carvey was on Saturday Night Live, and Dana Carvey's in this movie. So Halloween 2.
It fits the criteria.
Well, Jake, since you showed up last, I'll let you go to the chat and read the number.
You want to let me go to the chat? Okay, where are the 10s? Where should we start? Looks like Shane says Talladega Nights, the Legend of Ricky Bobby. That's a
Ricky Bobby.
Will Ferrell one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Allie says Wayne's World, number 10.
Oh, yeah.
Scott's number 10, Superstar with Molly Shannon. Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah. And I think that's it. Did
Wayne
did,
says Half Baked.
what did I miss that? Sorry, Wayne. Oh, Half Baked. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You
Sorry,
you got
Wayne.
Allie's, right?
I did get
say
Allie's, yes. She
Okay,
says Wayne's
yeah.
World. Yeah. And Wayne says Half Baked.
Half Baked.
Yeah, Jim
it's good.
Brewer was.
Yeah, it's real
he
good.
was
Right.
a one. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
it's real
So-
good. I got to go back to my list here. I
They-
knew
they
what
made a
my number
sequel
10
to
was.
the Half Baked. Did you know that?
Did they?
Yeah.
Is Dave Chappelle in it?
Dave, I don't know if he's. I don't think so, but the girl Mary Jane,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
in it,
Mhm.
and apparently they have a son.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Be looking for that.
All right.
Don't think.
So
it works
while we
without
get on to
Chappelle,
our number 9s, everybody get your number 9 in the chat. Number 9. All right, bud, go ahead. What do you got?
my number 9 is going to be Austin Powers, starring Mike Myers. It was spawned a couple of sequels, like made a shit ton of money, and
Yeah.
on top of that, it's fucking hilarious. Mike Myers has a certain brand of humor, and yeah, there might be a couple of Mike Myers movies on here tonight.
Yeah,
It was
I
smart.
debated about Austin Powers. I like that movie a lot, the first one. I debated about it was one that I had written down for sure. It's great. I mean, Mike Myers. I to be honest with you, I think I'm not a big Wayne's World guy. I think Austin Powers is better than Wayne's World.
Mhm.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. I know Wayne's World's gotten a lot of acclaim, but yeah, I would go Austin Powers over that. But that's a great movie, bud. Good pick.
Well, it was smart to do, kind of a riff on the James Bond movies and just like him playing, Dr. Evil and Austin. It's just fantastic, and it's kind of perfect for its time.
Yeah,
It's perfect spoof of James Bond. Yeah,
it's a perfect spoof of James Bond, and who
Donald Pleasance.
There you go.
Donald
played that character, Donald Pleasance. So a lot of connections to Halloween. And anytime we can do that, bring it up, we will. All right, Mr. Internet, what do you got there, buddy?
I got a 6 Degrees of Separation connection to Halloween here. It's a Kurt Russell movie.
Ooh, I like Kurt Russell.
It's a Kurt Russell movie who obviously worked with John Carpenter a lot. It is Captain Ron, which stars Martin Short.
Captain Ron. Wow. That's an obscure Russell.
It is a very obscure Russell movie, and I just fucking love this movie. Martin Short's fantastic in it. I love Martin Short.
I love Martin Short. Martin Short's great.
He's great. Obviously, Kurt Russell is great, kind of playing a dim-witted man of the sea, I guess you would say. It's one of my favorite comedies ever. And what I love about Kurt Russell is, he takes a role like this. Most action stars wouldn't take a role like this, or Big Trouble in Little China, where he's kind of the butt of the joke. And Kurt Russell doesn't care; he just wants to have fun with it. So I love Captain Ron. It's my
Kurt Russell is one of my favorite actors. I don't think there's anything that I've ever seen him in that I've not liked. Obviously, you guys know he's in The Best of Times, which is one of my favorite movies. But Big Trouble in Little China. I mean, Breakdown's one of the greatest movies ever.
I fucking love that movie, dude.
That movie is so fucking good. Yeah, I love that fucking movie.
So we're gonna have to do top 10 Kurt Russell movies for you guys.
Well, I mean, Russell's great, man. He's really good in everything. Okay, so everybody get your number 9s, and I see you guys doing that, and I'm gonna give you my number 9, Police Academy 2. And the reason I'm able to get that in there is because of Tim Kazurinsky, who plays Sweet Chuck in Police Academy 2. And I need to go back and do a rewatch of all of the Police Academies, because I remember as a kid growing up in the 80s, watching those movies, loving those movies. Every one of them, they were just slapstick comedy, and they were just really good movies with fun characters. And but Police Academy 2 is I'd probably say it's the funniest of. I think there's 6 of them. I think there are 6 Police Academy movies,
7,
but
maybe,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no. You're right. There is 7 because there's one where they go to like Moscow or something like
Moscow.
that. I think
Yeah.
that's the last one. Yes, but to me, Police Academy 2 is just one of the. It's really good. So
It's gonna be a
that's
thing
it.
with you tonight. You saw some SNL character in the background of some movie, so you just choose
No,
some movie.
no. He's got a bigger role in that movie than Carvey does. But hey, I'm just going by the criteria, man. I was given the criteria, and that's what I'm going by. Okay.
All
Fair,
right.
fair enough, fair enough. And I love. I'm with you. I love the Police Academy movies, man. They're so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, who's reading the
Nick?
chat?
Oh, Nick, you go
That's
ahead.
me, I believe. It looks like we're starting with Allie, who is talking about a movie we were just talking about. That's Austin Powers, Man of Mystery. But that was your number 9 too, right?
Right.
Okay. Wayne Turner goes with Weird Science. Ooh, yes, that's Robert
Love
Downey
Weird
Jr.
Science. Yeah,
and
love
Anthony
Weird
Michael
Science.
Hall.
Just
Yeah,
two
such a-
Saturday
such a
Night
great
Live.
movie.
And Bill
belongs.
Paxton. And Bill Paxton.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That's such a
love
good
that movie.
Shane Emerson with an underrated Chevy Chase movie, Fletch.
No, Fletch is great.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Scott with Dickie Roberts, former child star. It's David Spade and Alyssa Milano. I think I've seen parts of that. I haven't seen all of it, but
I have not seen
I
it.
remember
Was
the
Alyssa
movie.
Milano on Saturday Night Live?
I don't know.
Well, she's in that movie, but
No. But
Yeah.
you know what I love about Scott's list is he throws up these obscure ones that I've never heard of. I gotta check these out. Scott's got some great.
I remember it.
Yeah, he also throws out movies that like I forgot about, and then when he
Yes.
says, I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I need to rewatch that. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I'm with you on that. And then Allie has Escape from New York. Oh no, she's probably
No.
playing on or commenting on the Kurt Russell stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Wayne
All right.
says he has. Wayne says he has Breakdown on VHS video to Blu-ray. Yeah. Rip JT Walsh.
Yeah.
Dude, Breakdown is a great movie. It
Such
is
a
just.
good movie.
Oh my god.
That's another one where Kurt Russell's playing someone that he's playing like a preppy guy who's not really
Yep.
an action guy, and he has to get his wife back. So.
Yeah, he's great.
All right. So
All right,
on
so-
to number 8.
Yeah. Everybody get those number 8s in the chat. Bud, go ahead, lead us off.
All right. So my number 8 is going to be Anchorman with Will Ferrell and maybe some other guys that were on Saturday Night Live, maybe
Mhm.
more. I'd say that's veering into classic comedy. I'd say it'd be Will Ferrell. It is
The
peak.
Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, I think that was probably his peak. I don't know, maybe Step Brothers might be the peak. I don't know.
Step Brothers is great. I have a Ferrell movie on here, and it was between Step Brothers and the movie I picked, but Ferrell.
Okay. He had a nice little run there where he had Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Step Brothers.
He had a good
Sure,
run
he had a good
from
run,
the
yeah.
early 2000s on. I think it started really with Old School with him and Vince Vaughn. Old School's fantastic. It's not on
Yeah.
my list, but
He was also in Austin Powers too. He was one of the henchmen. Like, remember?
Yeah, you're right.
was he in the
down into the
first one
fire
or was
pit.
he?
The first one, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you're right.
I'd have to go back and watch that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Yeah, it was before you kind of knew who he was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there.
All right. Interesting.
And that's my number 8.
All right. Push. Let's hear it.
My number 8 is the original Vacation, Chevy Chase. We kind of touched on it before. We've touched on it on other lists. Classic comedy, obviously, has Anthony Michael Hall as well.
Yep.
Nothing else I can really say that we haven't said ad nauseum about it. But
Dana
it's a
Barron
great
and
movie.
it's the one that started
Blaster.
it
It's a
all.
movie that Blaster even finds a way to mention his favorite movie again. So
Yeah.
I do.
yeah, on top with the grandma on top of the roof or whatever.
Oh yeah. But I wasn't gonna go there. You want to go there? I wasn't gonna go there. But yes, it's very similar. Very, very, very similar.
All right, so
You fucking guys.
I'm setting you up and then I'm talking shit when you.
I know, really.
Bring it up.
All right, so it's up to me for my number 8. My number 8, and I love that I get to put this movie on here because of Robert Downey Jr. But Back to School is fucking fantastic. Adrienne Barbeau, John Carpenter's wife, in this movie. Rodney Dangerfield. This is one of those movies that every time it's on, I will stop and watch it no matter what. It is a great mid-'80s comedy, and Dangerfield is perfect in this, as is Arnie Cunningham. And I know it was Keith Gordon, who was
Keith
also
Gordon,
in Jaws,
yeah.
who was also in Jaws 2, bud.
Jaws 2,
Remember?
yes.
Also in Jaws 2. So, yeah, I love Back to School, man.
It's
I absolutely
also
love
in
it.
Good
Dress
movie.
to Kill as well.
Yeah, back to school. And does anybody in the chat know the dive that Thornton Mellon did at the end
Triple
of that?
Lindy, right?
Triple Lindy, yes.
Yeah.
Great movie. Love Back to School. So
Shane, no, not Court. God, we can't fucking get away from Halloween Ends. Like, it's inescapable.
Shane's trying to put stuff in the chat. He's trying to get me. He's trying to light the fuse. So I'm gonna go off on Halloween Ends, but I'm not taking the bait, pal. I'm not taking the bait.
All right. It's my turn to run down the chat.
All right, go ahead. Let's see what the chat has to say for 8.
Okay, let me see here. Alley Girl. Happy Gilmore. I wonder
Yeah,
if
Happy
that'll
Gilmore's
come
good.
up.
It may.
Scott, another Adam Sandler flick, The Waterboy.
Waterboy's great.
So good.
Adam Sandler
So good.
he's still having a good run.
Yeah.
Dude, for real.
Shane Emerson, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Oh, that's the one with Heather Graham, I believe. That right?
Yeah,
The second
one. Rare that a sequel measures up to the original.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah,
did.
that was a good one though.
It's good.
Definitely one
It's
of
very good.
Wayne
right.
Turner with number 8 for him is Animal House.
Oh yeah, Animal House is a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute classic. And that's really the one. That's really the movie that kind of started all that.
Yes.
You know, really was the trend-setting movie for all the stuff that followed.
Yes, absolutely.
So that is our number 8.
Wayne. Listen, I see that comment, Wayne. I'm with you on that. Nothing against. No, you know what? I don't hate Corey. I said, let me address the comment. I don't like the I think Rowan Campbell did a good job. I didn't mind it really when I was watching the movie at first, but you know, when you treat Myers the way they treated him in that movie, you know, I think they could have put the Corey stuff in the first movie and have the you know, the epic conclusion with Laurie in Halloween Ends. They did it ass backwards. But
yeah.
That's my
Okay,
thoughts.
God,
Okay.
I can't believe we're still talking about that fucking movie.
I know. I can't stop. I'm obsessed with hating it.
You need some,
It's unbelievable.
like, shock therapy or something.
No, I can't. I'm going to do a video where I compare it to H2O.
All right.
I'll watch that.
Okay, so we're to number 7 now.
Okay, so get your 7s in the chat, and Bud, lead us off. You're
so
first
my
on
number
the tee,
7
buddy.
is another Mike Myers movie that's come up tonight, Wayne's World. Special affinity for this one. This one was actually based on a Saturday Night Live character.
It was, right. Those were the two. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, Dana Carvey. I would clarify this is a real Dana Carvey movie. Where he actually spoke in it.
You know, I take
had a big
offense to
role.
that. I think you're throwing shots at me, and I mean, you know.
Yeah, very similar in vein to Austin Powers with the humor. So it's has Rob Lowe, has a really good cast. So Rob Lowe. All right, so that's my number 7.
All right, Push. What do you got, buddy?
My number 7 is Anchorman.
Wow. Okay.
You know, I agree kind of with what Bud said earlier. You know, it's just kind of the zenith of Will Ferrell's
Good word.
comedic powers. I would say his popularity peaked with Step Brothers a year or so later, whenever the heck that happened. But I think this is the height, or I'm going to use that word again, the zenith of his powers. It's just such a fucking great movie, like such a great character. Sequel is not very good, but just, you know, that fight scene, you know, with all those actors, all those comedic actors, it's just fucking ridiculous, and it works on such, you know, a goofy comedy level. I love this movie, so it's my number 7.
Strange we haven't seen any Ben Stiller movies.
Yeah, we have not seen any bed.
He was awesome.
Oh my God,
Anchorman
on Saturday.
I you know what? I can't wait to read the chat.
Stiller.
I can't wait to read the chat after I give my movie, because Wayne, that is a fucking great movie.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so my number, what are we on? 7?
7.
My number 7 is Big Daddy, man. I love Big Daddy. I think that is probably the best Sandler movie. I think he just is great in that movie. So many quotable lines that I would, with my buddies, will quote that movie endlessly. Yeah, it's, you know, somebody got to get a Happy Meal. I just fucking love that movie so much. The ending scene in the courtroom is great when it's just, I don't know, the whole movie's really, really good.
His dad's played by the guy from, you ever see Alligator? That,
Yes.
Like, 19,
Yes.
I think that's him. Robert
Yeah,
Forster.
it's the same
No, is
guy.
it?
No,
Yeah.
it's
No, not Robert
I know
Forster. It's Alligator 2 actually. It's
I know who
I
you're
can't
talking
remember
about.
his,
I know who you're talking about. Yep. Yeah,
yeah.
but Big Daddy
Good movie.
is
Such a
it's a
great
real
movie.
great movie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the number sevens. Let's see. Okay, Shane says Blues Brothers, good one, Shane. Yeah, real good one with Belushi and Aykroyd. That's a great movie. Yep. Allie says Bridesmaids. I've never seen Bridesmaids. Everybody really says that's a good movie. Guys and girls say that's a good movie.
It is. That's good.
It's good.
I've never seen it, so I'll definitely have to break down and watch that. But Wayne Turner coming up with a class. You know what, Wayne? So many people. When you go back and watch this movie, Parenthood, so many people in this movie. What a cast. My God, even Keanu Reeves is in this fucking movie. It's just what a great cast, great movie. Not much more to say. Let's see. Was that the last one? Shane says, "Is anyone gonna have cone heads?"
You missed Scott's. Did you get Scott's?
Did I get? Oh, I'm sorry.
This is a
Crossroads.
Oh no, I did not. Crossroads.
Never would have
Crossroads. Dan Aykroyd, playing Britney
Crossroads is a good
Spears'
movie.
dad in
It's
the
a good
movie.
movie.
I did not. I've never seen it. It's a Britney Spears, like a biopic or?
No, it's like back when she was,
When she was like popular.
back when she was popular. It's like a road trip type movie with
Okay.
her and her friends.
I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it, but okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so we're on to sixes. Number 6. Get them in the chat. The number 6s. Bud, what do you have for number 6?
Well, my number 6 is gonna be Beverly Hills Cop, starring Eddie Murphy.
Wow. Yep.
We all love Beverly Hills Cop, I think.
I love Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh yeah.
To me, I think
I love it.
Eddie. I don't know. It's a toss-up, I think, between Eddie Murphy and Adam Sandler for the biggest star from Saturday Night Live. Do you guys agree with that?
I will say this: it's pound for pound. There is nobody who is a bigger star, more talented than Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is just unreal in everything. A movie that I did not put on my list that I hope somebody brings up. Now I did put an Eddie Murphy movie on there, but I didn't put Coming to America on there. And Coming to America is a fantastic movie. And Eddie Murphy just, I don't know, what can you say? The guy is just uber talented. So yeah, that's Beverly Hills Cop is a great movie. Yeah.
Such
and that movie really catapulted him. He did Raw and he did Delirious and he did some other things, but that movie, once he did that movie, my God, that he could write his own ticket at that point. So
yeah.
Good pick, bud. Good pick. All right, Push, what do you have?
My number 6 is I'm one behind Bud every time, and this is Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. Yeah.
I remember being a kid and watching this movie and just loving the antics, the way they messed with Bill Murray's brother in this movie. It's just classic, and the chemistry between Mike Myers and Dana Carvey in these roles were perfect. And it was just I was never into the whole rock scene that they're into in this movie. But I still understood it, and I still got it, and it's just very quotable, and Cassandra's
I think it's good. It's just not one of my favorites, but I mean it is good. Then there's a lot of quotable lines that really have seeped into pop culture from it. Really, it's just so you can't deny that. But good movie.
Good movie. What do you got, man?
Okay, I have, and I put this on here for myself and our buddy Joe. The Deborah Hill produced, starring Michael McKean as Mr. Green, Clue from 1985. I just absolutely love this movie. What can I say? It is one of my favorite movies. You know, if you go back on my channel, I did it for every year, excuse me, in the 80s, and I started the 90s, but I didn't finish. But I did top 10 movies, and Clue is on there from 1985. It's just a great movie. Again, one of those movies that when it's on, I'll watch it. And Green is real. McKean's really good as Mr. Green in this movie. The dynamic between him and Tim Curry is brilliant in this movie. It's a great movie. It's got Christopher Lloyd. I mean, the cast is unbelievable. You guys know it, but Clue is one of my favorite movies, so I had to put it on there.
Can I tell you guys something? Never mind.
Go ahead. You've never seen it?
I've seen it. I'm not a big Tim Curry guy.
Really?
Yeah, I don't find him funny at all. Like I like him in It, and that's about it. I just don't. I don't
Interesting.
You know, Rocky Horror.
I don't like Rocky. I don't like Rocky.
Well, I mean, can we really, Bud? Bud? Let's be honest, Bud.
See, this is why I didn't want to say.
But let's be honest. Hold on. I'm gonna call. I gotta call a timeout.
You should have screened me before you asked me to be on this podcast. Asked me to be on this podcast.
But can we take anything this man says seriously? He thinks The Breakfast Club is overrated. He hates Top Gun. He likes Halloween Ends. I mean, is there anything that
he's never seen the Titanic?
Who's never seen the Titanic?
Nick Pusch.
Well, his show was on the Titanic the other night.
Yeah, it was. It was.
That motherfucker sure hit an iceberg the other night.
Yeah, I did.
We love you, Pusch.
Right.
We love Nick Pusch. We kid. We love the guy.
I know. All right. I'm reading number 6, I believe, right?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So, Allie says The Longest Yard. I assume it's got to be the remake with Sandler, right? I don't think any other.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Wayne Turner with The Wedding Singer.
Now, time out. Wayne, can you tell me, Wayne, who was in that movie? The Wedding Singer. You know where I'm going.
Halloween 4 connection?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Reverend Sayer himself.
That's right.
Was he on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
I think so, right.
Didn't he also play Blue in wasn't that the same guy?
Him?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
So. I don't think so. But
all right, sorry to derail you. Did you leave? Where did you leave off here, Shane?
Yeah, no, Scott. Scott with Night at the Roxbury.
Night at the Roxbury is great.
Yeah,
Night at the Roxbury is a great movie.
The fact that they turned that skit into an actual full-length movie is hilarious.
Oh man, that's a great movie. That's very funny.
Even the skit on SNL was great. You know, it's just classic. Yeah. Shane goes Punch Drunk Love. Adam Sandler.
It's an underrated Adam Sandler.
I haven't seen that forever. Yeah, it's
very underrated.
Yeah, not one of my favorites. Shane, you need to go brush up on your Halloween too, buddy. Just kidding.
Wayne says near, far, wherever Pusch is on.
Well, you know the song, but you haven't seen the movie? What the fuck?
I know my share.
Yeah, so he was Blue from Old School.
Was he?
Oh, was he really?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Are you fucking kidding me? Dude.
Yeah.
That's Reverend Sayer?
That's Reverend Sayer.
Wow. That is who in the chat said that?
Wayne.
Dude,
Wayne,
dude, can somebody cut up Loomis in the car saying you're my boy Blue? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Wayne, that's brilliant. I did not know that. That is fucking fantastic.
Oh.
Wow. I'll have to ask David Gordon Green, who did the voice of Loomis. Get him to say that.
Yeah, right.
That is fucking fantastic. All right, sorry to derail. Did we get all the 6s?
I think we did. Yeah. Wayne Turner has a 7-inch vinyl record of Party All the Time.
Shane said Pusch is getting revolted against. He deserves it, Shane. He fucking deserves it. We're just happy that to have him here, and he's not frozen, and there's no color bars.
For now.
All right. Where are we at? Number 5?
We are on 5. We're in the top 5, man. Go ahead. What do you got?
Who? Me?
You.
My number 5 is going to be a Jimmy Fallon. He's in it. Almost Famous.
Yeah, I'm not a Fallon fan.
This is a movie where he's in the background. He has a small role. He's like the band's manager, Stillwater but
that's
I
right.
love that movie. So
Yeah.
it's a Cameron Crowe film. Who did Jerry Maguire. It's a
Mhm.
coming of
That's
age
right.
movie.
It is.
Okay.
You fucking probably haven't seen it. So
No, I've seen it. Was that late 90s, right? 97, maybe something
it
like
was
that?
actually 2000 that came
Was
out.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, cool. All right,
That's my
before
number
we
five.
before we go to Push, everybody get those number 5s in the chat. We'll read them. All right, Push, what do you got?
My number 5 could have been actually. I think it was. Yeah, it was in your race the clock trivia with Blake
Really?
from sports the other
Halloween
night.
2.
Yeah, right.
Halloween 2 was not on my Race the Clock show, was it?
Might have been. No, my number 5 is Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore's
I'm
great.
sure it won't be the last we hear of it. I'd be shocked if it's not at least on one of your guys' lists here. But
And Christopher McDonald is
McDonald,
fucking fantastic in
it's
that movie. Oh my
fantastic.
god.
Oh God, yeah, Shooter McGavin, like he
A-
almost does he steal the show? I don't know if
and
he
isn't
steals
he
the show, but
and I
it's
know that he plays a role, he plays the role of Reed Standish, which I know the only person who knows what I'm talking about is Nick Pusch. But yeah, McDonald's great. Isn't that his name? Isn't that his name in Dutch?
Dutch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, Happy Gilmore is at this point. I mean, I know people use the term classic way too much these days, but I would consider it probably like a classic.
I'd say it's one of Sandler's, clearly one of his best movies.
Yeah.
That reminds me. I need to send you your copies of Dutch that I got.
Yes.
Oh, Dutch is a fan, and if people in the chat, if you've never seen the movie Dutch with Ed O'Neill and Ethan Embry, but he's Ethan Randall in this movie.
God, he's such a fucking little dickhead in that movie.
You got you got Joe Beth Williams, and you got Christopher McDonald. But it is a great. So it is like it's almost like a kind of a play on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, sort of. But it's great. Great movie.
Agreed. All right, what do you got, my friend?
I got Christmas Vacation, man. It's one of my favorite movies. It's got Brian Doyle Murray. It's got Chevy Chase. It's got Randy Quaid. It's got Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who I didn't even know she was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
But
yes.
Yeah, man. Christmas Vacation. I'm in the minority. I think it's the best vacation movie. I just think it's fucking brilliant. And yeah. I mean, there's just not much more to say about it. I was just browsing.
Do either
smelling,
of you like European Vacation? Do either of you like it?
It's okay. I would say
I'd
say it's the weakest. I'd say it's the weakest of all of the vacations. I'd have to say
weaker than Vegas Vacation.
It's way if
I were to rank them real quick, I'd say Christmas, then the regular, then Vegas, and then that one. And to be honest, the remake I've seen bits and pieces. I have not seen the whole thing with.
That's good.
Remake was good enough. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but to me, I mean, Christmas Vacation, clearly there is just so, and that movie is like straight from start to finish. It is hilarious. Like when he fucking is pouring the shit in the sewer. I mean, and my God, Randy Quaid's fantastic in that fucking movie.
He was also on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, Randy Quaid, another one. Yeah. So I mean, that movie is loaded with Saturday Night Live alums. So yeah,
40 years from now, when we're on episode 20, you know, people are still going to be watching Christmas Vacation every single year.
Neither of us can figure out our fucking internet.
Yeah.
Like 80 years old.
It's I mean, it's a classic movie, man. I mean, it's there's not much to say about it. Everybody knows it. Everybody can quote it, and it's great. So that's my number 5. All right, what do we got for number 5s? Who's reading? Is it me or you, bud?
It's my turn.
I think it's you.
Allie has bench warmers. I think the fat guy that was with
Hobbits.
No. The guy was with Fallon all the time. No? Who the fuck was in bench warmers?
I don't know, Allie. Who's in that movie?
That's David Spade.
You put it on that list. Oh, is it really?
David Spade. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, David Spade.
I don't think I've seen it.
Shane Emerson, number 5, Horrible Bosses. That's
Horrible Bosses is funny.
A great movie. Jason Bateman.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston's in that, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I've seen it once or twice.
Jason Bateman.
Yep.
Wayne Turner with Captain America: Civil War. Robert Downey Jr. I think
Yeah.
him not being in Marvel is killing it. I just want to say. Let's see here. Scott with his number 5, Ghostbusters 2.
You know what, Scott? I'm going to tell you right now. I don't get the hate for this movie. I don't get. I actually, to me, I think it's as good as the first Ghostbusters. To be honest with you, I really do, and I think there's a lot of. I mean, you know, I know everybody points to the first Ghostbusters as being better, but and people really don't. A lot of people don't like Ghostbusters 2. I really do like it. I think it's a really good sequel.
I like it too. I just think like Bill Murray is not really caring. I
Well,
just think
he's
his
not the
performance
same.
sucks.
He's Bill Murray's better in the first one. I would put it to you. Yeah,
Are you
that's
saying he was just getting paid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. But I enjoy Ghostbusters 2 a lot, like the slime
Yeah,
one, the
I-
slime
I-
one.
You know that shit. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I do. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to derail you, but I wanted to say
No,
that.
you're fine. So let's get what, number 4?
Oh, are we all done with reading them?
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
Okay.
Yep.
Wayne Turner likes European Vacation. I like it.
It's okay. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, you know, it just I
Yeah,
just
I'll
think
watch. I'll watch it.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
I'll have a Coke.
You know.
Would you like that in a can? No, I'll have it.
Okay, Bud. Everybody get your number 4s in the chat, and Bud's gonna lead us off. Number 4, Bud. What do you
Okay,
got?
my number 4 is going to be another Eddie Murphy film, which is the superior, not by much, they're both great, Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Damn
Between
you,
the
Bud.
two, Beverly Hills Cop 2 is my favorite Beverly Hills Cop
Damn you,
movie.
Bud.
But we've already talked about Eddie Murphy, how big of a star he is, but
Yeah.
just
Well, I
fucking
think this
love
was
it.
on all 3 of our sequels list on the first ever Fancy Talk.
It's fantastic, but I'm gonna save that. I got thoughts. I'll save it. Bud stole my thunder.
That's all.
Fucker.
Well, you stole my thunder already too. So let's just pay that.
I didn't steal with Halloween 2 because I'm the only one that put it on the fucking list.
Well, you'll find
Did
out
you?
later.
Are you sure?
I think so because you fucking guys were making fun of me before about it. Oh, he doesn't even talk. Okay,
Oh,
whatever.
Scott with a fucking amazing movie. The craziest movie I've
Oh
ever
yeah,
seen.
Scott. I'm telling you, man, Scott has got some underrated
It's the
lists.
weirdest movie. It's the weirdest movie I've ever seen.
No,
but
but
I
it's a
can't
great.
look away.
Yeah,
I can't
it is a
look
good
away.
movie. It's a good one.
All right, sorry.
All right, what do you got? Push for number 4. Go ahead.
My number 4. You guys know what I'm doing?
What?
No. Zoolander. I was doing Blue Steel.
I didn't see it. Do it again.
Did I miss any?
Do it again. Okay.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I fucking love it. This is my favorite Ben Stiller movie. I love Meet the Parents too, though. But this is my favorite Ben Stiller movie. You know, it's just him and Owen Wilson are just fucking incredible in this movie. The Will Ferrell too. You know, the plot is just so stupid, but it's just so good. You know, I don't even know what else to say to do it justice. But big Zoolander fan, so it's my number 4.
Okay. There
So
you go.
do that shit in the mirror all the time, don't you?
Oh yeah.
I think Meet the
I
Parents.
do it before I
is-
go live too, man.
I think Meet the Parents is Stiller's probably one of his best movies. But
Meet the Parents is awesome.
all right, my number 4, and I know is it Push that doesn't like this movie? I don't get it. Why you don't like this? Is one of the best movies ever. Will Ferrell, Wedding Crashers. This is a movie that when I went to see it, there's not a lot of movies that I can say did this to me in the theater. I was fucking laughing like uncontrollably out loud at this movie. Like when he comes up to fucking Owen Wilson, he's like, "We gotta go. I got a stage 5 clinger, stage 5 virgin clinger." I don't think you understand the urgency
SNL in
here.
this movie?
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Ferrell's
he's
in this movie.
Guy living in his basement, like.
Oh yeah. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, Ferrell. So, but it's great. I mean, to me, this is Vince Vaughn's best movie. Owen Wilson's fantastic in this movie, and there's just so many quotable lines.
The reason Push
you know.
doesn't like it is because it has Vince Vaughn in it.
Yeah, that is true.
uh,
I like Dodgeball though, but yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love Wedding Crashers. Bradley Cooper. Wayne just says Bradley Cooper is great, and yeah, he's great.
That was like that introduction to Bradley Cooper.
It's got it's got the hottie Rachel McAdams. I mean, dude, it's just great. I love
Christopher Walken.
Walken's in there. It's yeah. The whole scene. I mean, there's so many scenes, but when he's coming up the stairs and he goes, "What'd you do with him? Did you motorboat him? You motorboating son of a bitch! You old sailor, you." Just so many quotable lines. I love that fucking movie. I really hope they make a Wedding Crashers too. It's a great movie. So that's my number 4.
We'd be crashing weddings in their 60s.
I don't know.
50s.
Funeral crashers.
All right,
crashers.
Let's get to the chat. Wayne agrees that Ghostbusters 2 is underrated. Yes, sir. It really is. All right. Allie says number 4, Grown Ups. Good movie.
Yeah.
Shane, this is Spinal Tap. Yes.
Michael McKean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good movie.
Chuck.
Or as we know him from Howard.
And as Pusch says,
no,
Scott comes
Howard.
up with.
What's his name?
Chuck.
It was Howard. Chuck.
No, it's Chuck. Yeah.
God damn it.
As Pusch says, Scott with nothing but trouble. Chevy Chase, Dan
Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd wrote it, I believe, too.
Demi Moore. I never heard of a Semi tractor trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. I wouldn't say great, but it's a good movie. It's fun. Trading Places, number 4, Wayne, another great movie. And that really that's what I mean when I say Eddie Murphy, like Beverly Hills Cop shot him into the stratosphere. Because in that movie, I mean, he's great, but that movie I think came out in '83. Wayne, correct me if I'm wrong, but but it's a good movie. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes. Okay. Wayne says Bradley Cooper's and Wedding Crashers. Yes. Shane goes, "Ma, meatloaf, fuck." That's it.
Yeah.
All right, bud, go ahead. Excuse me.
I went first last time.
You go first every time.
You've gone first every time.
I have? No, we've been mixing it
up. No, you've gone first every single time.
My number 3. Number 3s. Get your number 3s in. I'm going.
Yep, number 3.
Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler. That is probably, it's not his best, but man, it's really close.
Am I the only one that's going to not have Happy Gilmore on his list? Jeez.
It sounds like you are.
Wow.
But yeah, they need to make a sequel to Happy Gilmore. I think it's time.
I'd be all for that. I would be all for a Happy Gilmore sequel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Carl Weathers still alive?
Yes.
Or he's dead in the movie, so it doesn't matter.
Well, they could bring it back somehow.
You know what is with killing Carl Weathers? I mean, what is with? I mean, really. You kill him in Rocky 4. You kill him and what is with killing Carl Weathers?
Predator.
I mean, can the guy finish a movie alive?
Did they kill him in Arrested Development? I can't remember.
I don't know. All right, Push. What do you got for number? Where are we?
Number 3. Number 3. Yeah.
3.
My number 3 is a movie we've kind of touched on, but nobody's really mentioned. It's my favorite comedy from the last 25 years. That's Old School with.
I love Old School.
Another Vince Vaughn movie, but I like Vince Vaughn in this movie. It's before his shtick got old for me. Luke Wilson's great in this. They're all great. Obviously, Will Ferrell. So many. Another movie that's just so quotable. Whether it's something stupid like the Home Depot line or something ridiculous.
And Luke Wilson's fantastic in the movie too.
Oh God, yeah, he plays the part perfectly as
he really does.
The straight guy that So he plays off the other characters just brilliantly. So I don't. Did this movie kind of put Vince Vaughn kind of into the
What was wow? I mean, I would say
different type of movie, but yeah.
I would say this movie kind of Old School was the first movie in a line of movies where you got, the Meet the Parents kind of stuff. And you got the Wedding Crashers. Old School was really the first movie of that kind of ilk. And then everything kind of cascaded off of that. But yeah, Old School's fantastic. It's a great movie.
Yeah. All right. What do you got, man?
Okay, I've got one of my favorite sequels of all time. Bud just brought it up. Beverly Hills Cop 2, man. I absolutely. I watched it the other day. I watched all 3 of the Beverly Hills Cop movies back to back to back, and I'll say Beverly Hills Cop 2 is, I mean, Beverly Hills Cop, the original, is a good movie, but Beverly Hills Cop 2 is much better. It's hard to say that about a sequel. Eddie Murphy's great in this fucking movie. Gilbert Gottfried's also in this movie, and he was also on
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to bring that up. But
Can't wait for Beverly Hills Cop 4. Can't wait.
and you know what? Three is not. Listen, Beverly Hills Cop 3 is not as clearly. It's not as good. It's a bit of a drop off, but you still have Eddie Murphy. You still have Eddie Murphy. It still has a little bit of that Beverly Hills Cop charm. You have Judge Reinhold, but I can't wait for the next the new one that they're doing, and I really hope that they do it right. But Beverly Hills Cop 2 is clearly for me the best of the three that have come out so far.
Even the villain in 3, Ellis DeWald, I think his name was in the movie. Like he was
all right.
as like a villain.
He was okay.
You know?
Yeah, it was okay. You know what? It felt like to me, and I don't know how to. I don't know if you would agree with this. It felt more like it was made, not a made for TV, but
I know what you're saying.
It just felt like cinematography in that movie was a little bit kind of
almost.
It felt cheap. It felt cheap. Yeah, but you had Bronson Pinchot at the end there. Bachmel.
Mm-hmm.
He's back in the new one.
Oh yeah, he's good too. I love it. I can't, and I hope they bring back John Ashton.
They're all back.
Yeah,
everybody's back.
So so yeah, Beverly Hills Cop 2. All right, go. Let's go to the chat.
Who's doing it?
I think I just read the last one. So Pusch,
I think it's me. Yep. All right, 3, Shane with Anchorman. It's been brought up a couple times. Allie going Big Daddy. I think that was on your list, right, Blaster?
It was on mine, yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. Wayne, first mention of this movie, Reality Bites, starring Winona Ryder, right?
Winona Ryder,
yeah. Scott with We're the Millers, starring Jason Sudeikis and Jennifer Aniston, with that hot strip scene in the movie. I haven't seen that one.
It's
fun. We're the Millers is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Shane says his number 2 hasn't been said tonight. My number 1 and 2 have
I'm
not.
curious, Shane.
Neither of my top 2 have been said by anyone tonight. I'm shocked.
Yeah, let me see. Well, my number 1 has not been said, and my number 2 has also not been said.
I assume we all have the same number 1.
I would.
Number 2 has been said, and my number 1 has been said in the chat.
Okay, so then, nope. I don't think I may be the only one that has this at number 1, and if this is true, I can't believe it.
Was it?
Yeah, same here. Again? Same.
Well, it's Halloween. It's Halloween Ends because I scoured to see if anybody from Halloween Ends was ever on Saturday Night Live. I think Jamie Lee Curtis hosted it once, so I was able to put that movie on there.
It's gonna be interesting.
Work for Halloween Kills, but
I'm gonna be deeply ashamed if neither of you have my number 1 on your list. I'm like deeply ashamed. But,
you and I, Pusch and I, we kid around, but Pusch and I are very similar, and I think we might have, number 2. But anyway, we finished the number 3s, right? So we're going to Bud for number 2. Everybody get your number 2s in the chat. Some great movies have been mentioned tonight, guys. We love, this is why we love doing this podcast. This is why you guys really have mentioned some movies that I didn't even think of, like Wayne with Parenthood. I mean, it's just, great movies have been mentioned. But go ahead, Bud. What do you have for number 2?
All right, this is where you stole my thunder earlier, and that's Clue.
Oh, Clue.
Michael McKean. Clue is just a fun movie, and I don't think they'll ever be able to replicate. Even if they try to do a Clue remake, there's no way they'll ever touch this movie. It was perfectly cast, perfectly written.
No, in the setting,
the board game so well,
and give setting. Deborah Hill, give her credit for the house that they used was brilliant. Yeah. Just the production design, and all that stuff.
Score, everything.
Yeah, it's just great. It's really, like you said, really fun, and it's a fun movie.
6 degrees of separation.
Because you're gonna bring up
Halloween 2.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Yes,
Howard
the guy
Hessman.
Howard Hessman is in at the very end. Howard Hessman's in this movie. Yes. Yeah. It's got a lot of connections to Halloween. Deborah Hill, Howard Hessman. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
there's my God, Scott.
Yeah, Scott. I love that movie.
Yeah. So that's my number 2.
So Pusch, what do you have?
My number 2 is what I think is the best Adam Sandler movie, and that's Billy Madison.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the one I
Yeah.
started with.
I love Billy Madison.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Veronica Vaughn
Stop
is
looking at me,
one
Swan.
piece of
piece
ass.
ass. I know. From
know.
experience.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Well, not me personally, but a guy I know.
Got it on. No,
I love that movie. I love that movie.
so
And she is a smoke show. Oh my God. What's her name? Bridget Wilson.
Bridget Wilson. Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
married to a tennis
gorgeous.
player, I think.
She's married to Pete Sampras, I think.
Yeah, Pete Sampras.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, I love Billy Madison. It's my favorite Sandler movie. Always will be. It's my number 2.
Yeah, it's a great movie. All right, my number 2, and I know Push likes this movie. And I put it on there because of Aykroyd, but I put it on because of Aykroyd, and he's definitely one of the main players in the movie. But my God, Candy fucking this is like, to me, just peak Candy, and it is The Great Outdoors. This movie is it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And just the whole thing with Candy and Aykroyd, the motorboat scene where he's dragging Candy around the lake, and the old 96er. There's just so many. It's one of the movies from my childhood that I remember watching, and just like it's just so great. And it's hard to say that it's the best Candy movie, because Candy's great in almost everything that he does. But I'd have to say it's between this and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which Candy movie's better. But I was able to put this on the list because of Dan Aykroyd. I'm happy about it because it's a great movie.
Okay.
All right. So who's reading the chat? Push, is it you?
I just read them.
Oh, so is it
Oh,
me?
is it my turn? That's me.
Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Wayne Turner's number 2, The Blues Brothers.
Yeah, that was brought up, I think, by Shane.
Yeah, Dan
Yeah,
Aykroyd
classic.
and Jim Belushi. John
Yeah.
Belushi. Was it Jim or John? John.
It was John Belushi.
John
John
Belushi.
Belushi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, John. Yeah,
Alley
John
Girl,
Belushi.
man. Oh man,
Oh, that's a good one.
I didn't even think of this.
Starring Brett Favre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Favre. That's something about Mary. That's a
Yeah.
Dude, I when I watched that movie, I watched it pretty recently, like, and I forgot about this part. But I just died laughing when Matt Dillon's like talking, when she's like, I work with these kids, and then he says the R word, and it's just the way he says it, not knowing he's saying anything wrong, just like ridiculous. Oh,
Yeah.
I think Wayne went and put his number 1 early, so we'll save that.
Okay.
Shane Emerson has Shrek.
Ooh,
Shrek, Eddie Murphy, and Mike Myers.
Mike
Yeah.
Myers, yeah, wow.
I think they'll be
Good
making
one, Shane.
another one of those soon. Scott, he has a tie between Problem Child 1 and 2. That's
So
Gilbert
good.
Gottfried and John.
So
Yeah. I love Problem Child.
Kramer. Oh,
Shane, it
So
does not
good.
look like Coneheads. I mean, there's
Oh,
still
cool.
number 1s to go, but
Yeah, they're still
Doesn't
number
look
ones.
good
I
for
can tell you,
Coneheads.
Coneheads is not my number 1. It's not my.
how have
number
I
one.
not heard my number 1?
I don't know, and I'm shocked. I haven't heard my number
All
1.
right,
Absolutely
everybody-
shocked.
I
get your
assume we have
number
the same
1.
one.
Wayne says I have The
Yes.
Great Outdoors on DVD. It's so great. It's such a great movie.
All right, let's dispel with it. Get your number 1.
Oh,
out
okay,
of there.
bud. Everybody get your number 1s in the chat. We know Wayne has already put his in there, but get your number 1s in there. Go ahead, bud. All-time best SNL cast member movie on your list is what?
The Wedding Singer, Adam Sandler.
Wow,
Number
okay.
one.
So good.
I'm kind of shocked it hasn't come. I know it came up once in the chat. I
It
believe.
was brought up in the chat earlier, yeah.
Great soundtrack, just all heart, good love story.
A lot of heart.
Lot of heart. Has Billy Idol in it.
Mhm.
Am I going to be the only one to mention this movie? This can't be.
No, it's gonna be me. Bless
No,
you,
it's.
that's the same one.
I think we do. I think we do. So,
So,
all
yeah,
right,
that's my
Push,
number
go.
1.
Bud, it's a great movie. Push, go ahead and steal my thunder, and then we'll talk about it.
Sorry, yeah, I let me just say this. The fact that nobody else has this movie, probably besides Blaster, I assume we have the same one.
I would hope so. I think we do.
I'm just ashamed at not only you, Bud,
but everyone watching tonight.
What about Shane? Are you
absolutely
ashamed? Are you ashamed at Shane?
Yes, because he doesn't have this. You
Well, he's still-
don't have to have this at number one, but it hasn't even been mentioned. How?
It has not been mentioned.
How
It
the
hasn't
fuck
been
has
mentioned.
this movie not
I
been
do
mentioned
not
at
know.
all?
I do not fucking know.
I'm
But why don't
genuinely kind of
listen?
pissed off.
So why don't
So
you?
it's almost like leaving your
listen,
leaving the Breakfast Club off your top
you-
10 John Hughes movie
you
list.
you start, and I'll just
Alright,
come in with my.
I'll say it and then you give your thoughts because it's got to be.
No,
the same one.
you start, and I'll just give you my thoughts as we
Okay,
go. 'Cause
alright.
we'll just discuss it.
Alright, it's Tommy Boy.
Oh my
Right?
God, that's not my number one.
It's not
What the
yours?
fuck?
Oh my God.
No,
What?
but it's not. But Tommy Boy's great. I will.
Oh
I
my
did write
God.
Tommy Boy down. I did write it down. Yeah, it's great. It is no doubt.
I have a lot of heartfelt feelings for this, especially after what happened to Farley, and he's wearing
He
a
must
Marquette
play.
jacket.
He must play for the Yankees.
Yeah, he's wearing a Marquette University jacket that grew up right outside there. The guy was born in
That
Wisconsin.
guy
where I'm
in a
from.
little coat.
It's just classic, and the scene where he's trying to sell to the guy and he's lighting the car on fire.
Here comes the meat
just-
wagon.
yeah.
Oh my God. The guy,
This
new guys in the
Rob
corner
also has
puking his
Rob
guts
Lowe.
out. Well,
Yeah,
it has
Rob Lowe.
and Dan Aykroyd. So
Dan Aykroyd, yeah, it's a great movie. Now I'm flabbergasted at what Blaster.
Oh,
you
come
had
on.
here.
All right.
Is it? Okay, go ahead.
It's Caddyshack. Come on.
Okay.
Fucking Caddyshack. I mean, dude, Caddyshack is you talk about quotable. I mean, you talk about movies that put Bill Murray, Ghostbuster. Bill Murray was put on the map because he played the greenskeeper in Caddyshack, and that's what put Bill Murray on the map. And Harold Ramis directed this movie. Brian Doyle Murray's in this movie. I mean, there's a lot of SNL people in this movie, and it's just it's the all. I mean, Ted Knight as Judge Smales is. Oh my God, I don't even want to go through and mention it, all these lines, but man, oh man, yeah. Shane says Murray and Caddyshack is he's brilliant. Mrs. Green.
I never.
I'm looking at you. You wore green so you could hide. Oh my God, I fucking dude. It's Chevy Chase with Bill Murray, and I don't know. To me, it's probably the best golf movie ever, and it's just great. So I mean, I don't know what more I can't. There's nothing more I can say about Caddyshack except I'm surprised that. Well, maybe we're gonna read people's number ones, so maybe I'll look at the chat. But yeah, just a great. No, Blake, I am not. But great movie. Blake, would you agree that? Well, two things, Blake. Would you agree that Caddyshack is one of the greatest golf movies? And would you do you think that The Best of Times is Kurt Russell's best movie? Two questions for you there.
Blake, are you appalled that nobody has mentioned Tommy Boy except for me? Come on, man. It's ridiculous.
All right. Who's doing the
go
number
ahead.
ones in the chat? I only see 3. Oh no, let's go back to.
I had Dirty Work, Shane.
Wayne Turner had.
Yeah, Wayne
Three
says
Amigos.
Three Amigos, great movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
Where there,
It
Wayne.
is.
Yeah, great movie. That one that's the first time it's been mentioned. Shane with one of my favorite movies, Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Love that movie. Allie agrees with you, Bud, that The Wedding
Yeah.
Singer. And let's see. Yep, Wayne says he already picked it. Yep, but fat guy in a little coat. Shane says.
All right. Anybody? There was a couple of honorable mentions in the chat. Does any?
Yeah, I'm
you guys have
going
any
through here.
honorable
Black
mentions?
Sheep. The remake of Tommy Boy. Yeah. Yeah, Shane says Murray in Caddyshack. He's great. No one had Dirty Work yet. I pushed it. Didn't Push at it?
Yeah, it was my number
Okay.
10. Shane follows up by saying he mutes the mic when I talk.
Well, we're just glad you made it through the show, buddy. Well, after the other night, we're glad.
But the Tommy Boy would be my honorable mention.
Okay.
Let's see. Caddyshack, definitely top 10 golf movie, Blake says. Yes.
Caddyshack 2 is also a top 10 golf movie.
Caddyshack 2 blows, and I think I said that the other
Caddyshack
night.
2 is actually
on-
okay. It's
I
actually
think
not bad.
it's terrible. It's terrible. The only thing it's got Diane Cannon in it, and she's man, Diane Cannon she's
Dinah
one
Phillips
good looking
from,
lady.
Wilson Phillips. Come on.
Oh, we missed Scott's number 1.
No, we didn't, did we?
Did we? Did we miss Scott?
I don't think
Oh,
so.
you might have retracted it. Sorry, Scott. if
Oh
you
no,
missed
yeah,
that.
we did. Sisters,
yeah, yeah.
Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, Maya Rudolph.
Oh,
Ultimate
okay.
House Party.
Sorry
I've
about
never
that,
seen
Scott.
I've never seen that. The Ultimate
Sorry about
House
that, buddy.
Party
I didn't mean
movie.
to.
Interesting.
It's funny how
Scott says
Blake and
honorable
Josh
mention.
Horde guys show up right at the end.
Yeah.
Uncut Gems would be an honorable mention as well.
Honorable mention is My Girl, Dan Aykroyd. Yep. Yeah. Why don't you guys give it? Why don't you guys give an honorable mention? Push. What would you give for an honorable mention?
Let me look at my list here. Man, everything that's already been mentioned by somebody tonight. My honorable mention would probably, if I had to throw another one in there, it'd probably be Austin Powers, just because I feel bad that I didn't mention it.
I'm going to mention
Funny
a
Farm,
movie.
but, yeah, it's a
Oh,
good one.
Funny Farm. Funny Farm's great.
No,
I'm going to
Funny
mention.
Farm is nah, it's okay.
Yeah, I like Funny Farm. I'm going to mention a movie, Billy Crystal.
My Giant.
And no, I'm going to mention Throw Mama from the Train. It's a really good movie. I like it with Danny DeVito, and I had that one written down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, Wayne, Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems is very good, very good.
Hustle.
Yep.
I have not seen.
Oh,
Hustle.
Blake says anyone mentioned Funny Farm. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I like Funny Farm.
So do I.
I think it's a good movie. Let's see.
No surprise, Blake, but Jake managed to shoehorn Halloween Ends and Halloween 2.
Well, let me see. Let's go to Blake as a judge. Blake, would you allow on this list of cast members, SNL cast members, would you allow Halloween 2 to be said? Because I said it at number 10. Shane brings up the other guys. Yes, that's also Will Ferrell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's when you look at this list, I had a hard time putting this list together when I Ghostbusters, Wayne, yeah. There's so many really good movies that I wrote down 25 movies and tried to narrow, and then to narrow it down to 10, it's like, boy, it's hard because you don't want to leave anything off. I mean, I had Happy Gilmore written down, and I had Billy Madison, and I Sandler. You could do a list just on Sandler himself, but
right.
We may. So if you thought this list was hard, wait until you see the next list.
The next list is going to be a good one. I
put it up.
Yeah, why don't you put it up there? Let's show everybody what the next list is going to be.
That was this list.
Yeah, make sure you put up the right one here.
I did. Top 10 movies set in high school. Anything from American Pie, Breakfast Club, Porky's to
Clueless,
10 Things I Hate About You, High School Musical, whatever. As long as it's set in high school.
We know what movie Push is not going to have on the list. So,
right. Front and center.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that in 2 weeks. I don't know if it'll be on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
It's just, no, it doesn't have to be like. That's a good. Actually set on school grounds, I would say there would have to be. There
is one that I am going to put on this list, and I'm telling you right now, there's one I'm going to put on this list. It's a great movie. It's definitely a high school movie, and it's a great one at that. So I don't know. I'd be surprised.
Right,
is that Christine?
It's not Christine.
Oh my God,
I love The Faculty.
It's not Christine. The Christine remake was. Did you guys ever see the Christine remake that came out last year?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see it?
It took me a second. It took me a second. Oh, Wayne Turner. Wayne Turner, that just might be cheating.
What? What did he say?
He said Back to the Future.
Yeah.
What cheating?
Yeah.
It's cheating. It's cheating because it's almost like it has to be my number one.
No, no. That movie is definitely allowed to be on that list. Back to the Future. 100%. Yeah,
I know.
Good luck with this list.
It's gonna be tough because it's gonna be a lot tougher than you think. But yeah, you guys know how we do it. Blake says, let's see. He says Halloween counts as a high school movie, right? Well, that's another good one. There, Blake. I don't know. It counted this week. I can tell you that. And those girls are in high school, so it would have to count.
They're walking
Can't
out of
hardly
high
wait.
school.
Can't hardly wait's a great movie.
They're in high school, bud. Yeah, Can't Hardly Wait is a good movie.
That
yes.
is, yeah, I guess that would qualify.
As is American Pie.
There's
I mean,
like a
this is gonna be
graduation high school party or in school. Just
Yeah.
the characters are in high school. I guess we'll go with that.
there's going to be
Well,
yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to get into
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah.
I don't want to get into this thing where Push says Die Hard is not. It's Christmas is mentioned in the movie, but it's not a theme. And if it's in high school, like I said, Back to the Future would count. Wayne Grease would definitely count for sure.
Grease 2.
Grease
well,
2
which is better.
sucks. Grease 2 sucks. We know that. Shane says Jennifer Love Hewitt. Jennifer Love Hewitt is.
I guess Scream would kind of qualify too, isn't it? The original.
Jennifer Love Hewitt might be one of the most beautiful women ever.
There's scenes in high school in this school.
Yeah. So shit.
Yeah.
The list is
Summer
monumental.
school.
Oh yeah, Blake, that's a great one. C. But yeah, so that's gonna be the list for next episode. So start thinking about what you want to put on there. Yeah. Can't wait for that list.
So
And the next one after that. I don't want to give we won't give away the next one, but the next list is also a good one as well.
Yeah.
So anybody else got anything?
Yeah, so the next one will be looks like what, March before Scream comes out. So that week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
and
either
as far
March
as
7th or March 8th, we'll see.
Yeah. So we'll let you know. We'll definitely be promoting it. We'll let you know when it is. So.
All right. Does anybody have anything to close with? Anything you want to add, promote? You're looking for contestants for your next episode of.
Yeah, if anybody is interested in coming on Race the Clock with us, our next episode will be next month. One contestant, possibly two. If you're interested in being a contestant, just I posted on my Instagram the email address, which is racetheclockjbp@gmail.com. If you want to email me and be a contestant, or if you want to DM me on Twitter or Instagram. You
don't have to appear on camera. You can just do your voice, whatever you want to do.
If you don't want to appear on camera, you don't have to. It could just be your voice. If you want,
I would always tell people, if you don't know, if you're hesitant, talk to Blake and Shane, who were just on it, and see what they thought. It looked like they had a lot of fun. So
yeah.
So reach out to those
Shane
guys.
got a lot of tough questions. Shane got a lot.
Blake, have you not seen Rad?
Shane got
come on.
over.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, the chestnut in 10th question was a little rough.
I would say we should give Shane another try.
Well, Shane,
we
made
has to sub to Blaster's channel again, and it's like,
So that's all I got.
Yeah, I might work on another batshit crazy theory for Scream 6. I don't know when I'll get that out.
Oh, I do have one more thing. So I am going to do, and I thought about this, and I might put out the first one tomorrow. I am going to do like a top 10 songs. You know how we did top 10 90 songs? I'm going to do top 10 songs from each year, start with like 1960 and go each year all the way up until now.
Wow. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I thought about doing that, and so look for that on my channel. But we'll Push. What do you got coming up?
Yeah, who cares?
After you pay the bill, the internet bill.
Yeah, I gotta take care of my internet. No, I don't know what I have coming up. Who cares? Figure it out.
Aren't you working on another review?
Yeah, I am. And the review I'm working on, of course, a week after it, I just found out that Blake and Ronnie are doing a live stream on this exact movie. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? These guys are going to steal my thunder. It'll be way more entertaining than me. So now I really got to step it up and try to take them down. So
top 10 Australian movies, maybe.
Well, I got to put Crocodile Dundee in there. I mean, does that count?
Hell yeah, it does, man.
You can put it 10 times.
Yeah.
Man, I think of 10 Australian movies. Road Warriors would be a good one.
Blake.
Mad Max.
What did he say?
Nothing I want to read.
Host is kind of curvy. But,
Jesus. Oh my God. I like how Blake freaking Josh was asking the question and Blake just totally cut him off like right at it's 9 iron.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we had fun. So
All right.
that's about all I got, boys.
Me too.
All right. I guess we will round it out for the evening. Thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next
thank you, guys.
episode of Fancy Talk, episode
Appreciate it.
15.
All right. Yep. See you guys.
Top 10.